Hello friends, today we will discuss the one of the notification issued by Ministry of a Micro, Small and a Medium Enterprise. यह notification MSME के classification के related issue किया गया है जो कि 26 जून 2020 को issue किया है. First point is regarding the classification of enterprise. Under this notification, the MSME is classified under three categories, that is micro enterprise, second one is a small enterprise, and third one is a medium enterprise. What is the meaning of a micro enterprise? So you have to fulfill two conditions. First one is regarding the investment in a plant and machinery or equipment, and second one is regarding the turnover. So for the purpose of classification, you have to fulfill both the conditions, that is the investment in a plant and machinery, and second one is a turnover. So for micro enterprise, the limit of a investment is 1 crore and the limit of a turnover is 5 crore. So where the investment in a plant or machinery or equipment does not exceed 1 crore, and remember here and means both the condition must be fulfilled, and turnover does not exceed 5 crore. So whenever your enterprise fulfill this condition, it will be considered as a micro enterprise. Where the investment exceed 1 crore but it does not exceed 10 crore, and where the turnover exceed 5 crore but it does not exceed 50 crore, then it will be considered as a small enterprise. Next, what is the meaning of a medium enterprise? Where investment in a plant and machinery or equipment does not exceed 50 crore and turnover does not exceed 250 crore, then it will be considered as a medium enterprise. So under MSME, three classification is given: micro enterprise, small enterprise and a medium enterprise. Now, how any enterprise can become or register under the MSME via this notification? So any person who intend to establish micro, small or a medium enterprise may file उद्यम registration ऑनलाइन थ्रू उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पोर्टल. तो पहले क्या था कि उद्योग आधार मेमोरेंडम आपको उद्योग आधार पोर्टल पे जाके फाइल करना पड़ता था. हालांकि उद्योग आधार की जगह अब ये नया आ गया, उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पोर्टल पे जाके आपको उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए अप्लाई करना होगा. यह एप्लीकेशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ अ सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन रहेगी. उसके लिए आपको कोई भी डॉक्यूमेंट अपलोड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. फर्दर जैसे ही आप रजिस्ट्रेशन करोगे, आपके एंटरप्राइज को एक परमानेंट आइडेंटिटी नंबर इश्यू होगा, उसको बोला जाएगा उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर. और जैसे ही आप रजिस्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करोगे, आपको उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन सर्टिफिकेट इश्यू किया जाएगा. नेक्स्ट, द थर्ड para is relating to the composite criteria for the purpose of investment and turnover. So we have already discussed that you have to comply with both the conditions, that is you have to comply with the investment criteria as well as the turnover criteria. If anyone is exceed the limit given under the particular classification, then you cannot fall under that classification, you have to fall under the next classification. Suppose here micro enterprise where the investment exceed 1 crore, however the turnover does not exceed 5 crore, then it cannot be considered as a micro enterprise, it must be considered as a small enterprise. So you must have to fulfill two conditions, that is the investment in a plant and machinery as well as the turnover for a particular financial year. Next, this is the most important point regarding the GST number. In our country, if any enterprise has a multiple branch in a multiple state, suppose the enterprise ABC Limited has a 12 branch in a 12 state all over the India, then he has applied 12 GST number different for a different state. However, his PAN number for ABC Limited is the same. Then for all such GST number that is the listed against the same PAN number. So for this all GST number, because this is listed under the same PAN number, shall be collectively treated as a one enterprise. So even if the ABC Limited has a 12 branch and such 12 branch will be treated as a different person under GST. However, for the purpose of Udyam registration, that is MSME registration, this 12 branch will be treated as a one branch because they are having the same PAN. So for the purpose of classification, you have to consider the turnover of all the GSTN listed against the same PAN as well as the investment for all such GSTN, and all such turnover as well as the investment after considering the limit under this notification, they will be considered whether it will fill the micro enterprise or a small enterprise or a medium enterprise. Understand? You have to consider all the criteria of a turnover and an investment for all the GSTN that is listed against the same PAN. Next question is how the investment in a plant and machinery or equipment will be considered. So investment in a plant and machinery will be linked to the income tax return of a previous year filed under the income tax return. So under the income tax return, you have to give the information regarding the plant and machinery under the depreciation schedule. So whatever you are giving the information under your 15% block that is related to the plant and machinery or equipment will be considered as an investment in a plant or machinery. However, there may be a situation कि किसी भी enterprise ने पहला return file किया नहीं है because it is a new enterprise, then investment will be considered on the basis of a self declaration. So relaxation is provided where no ITR is available. हालांकि जब भी वो अपना पहला रिटर्न फाइल करेगा that is after the end of the is a first financial year that is 31st March, then this relaxation will be removed. Next one is what is the meaning of a plant or machinery or equipment. So plant or machinery or equipment meaning will be as given under the income tax rule 1962. Next, such plant and machinery or equipment will include all tangible assets. However, it will not include land, building, furniture and fitting. So plant and machinery का meaning क्या होगा जो कि income tax act में दिया गया है, उसका मतलब होता है all the tangible assets other than land and building or furniture and fitting. Next one is whenever you are purchasing any plant or machinery, then the bill is coming along with the GST. So what will be the considered as the value for the purpose of investment? So the purchase value of a plant or machinery, whether it is a first hand or a second hand, shall be taken into the account after excluding the value of a GST on a self-disclosure basis if enterprise is a new one without any ITR. So जो plant and machinery की value होगी उसमें GST को include नहीं किया जाएगा. Next one is how to calculate the turnover. So for the purpose of calculating the turnover, the export of goods or services both shall be excluded. So suppose A Limited has a turnover of 100 crore. Out of this 100 crore, 96 crore is for the purpose of export. So only 4 crore will be considered for the purpose of classification under MSME. So he will be considered as the micro enterprise because his turnover is 100 crore. However, the export will be excluded. So his turnover is only 4 crore for the purpose of classification. How the information will be available regarding export? So information of a turnover and export shall be linked to the Income Tax Act, GST Act and a GSTN. Next one is the turnover relating to the figure of an enterprise which does not have a PAN will be considered on a self-declaration basis for a period up to 31st March 2020. तो जिसके पास भी पान नंबर नहीं है उसका टर्नओवर कैसे माना जाएगा? उसका टर्नओवर सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन बेसिस पे माना जाएगा, हालांकि यह वैलिड रहेगा अप टू 31st March 2020. Then after PAN and GSTN shall be mandatory. Here you must understand PAN and GSTN mandatory. So here the question may come into the mind, then PAN will be mandatory, we can understand. But how the government can mandatory GSTN for the purpose of Udyam registration certificate? Because under GST Act, up to 40 lakhs, you are making a supply for your goods within the state, then no GST number is required. and up to 20 lakh you are supplying for your services, then no GSTN is required. So why the GSTN is mandatory for the purpose of MSME registration? So this clarification is required from the government. So we hope that this clarification will be made. So I hope the GSTN shall not be mandatory unless and until required under the GST law. Next, how the registration can be made for such Udyam registration. So registration can be made on the Udyam registration portal via filing the online form. Whether there is any fee for the purpose of such registration, the government will not levy any fee for the purpose of Udyam registration certificate. What will be required for your Udyam registration? Aadhaar number is required for the purpose of Udyam registration. So your Udyam registration will be linked to your Aadhaar number and a PAN number. Next, we can understand that in case of a proprietary firm, Aadhaar number of proprietor is available. But what happens? Our concern is partnership, LLP or a HUF et extra. So in case of a partnership firm, Aadhaar number is required for your managing partner, or in case of HUF, Aadhaar number is required for the purpose of Karzdar. In case of a company, LLP or a cooperative society or a trust or any other organization, the Aadhaar number is required for authorized person. So अगर कंपनी या पार्टनरशिप या कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी या ट्रस्ट को उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन सर्टिफिकेट लेना है तो उसको अपने ऑथोराइज पर्सन का आधार नंबर देना पड़ेगा, साथ ही साथ उसको अपना जीएसटी नंबर एंड पान नंबर, दैट इज जीएसटी एंड पान इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ एंटरप्राइज. हालांकि आधार नंबर इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ ऑथोराइज person because the company or organization does not have a Aadhaar number. Aadhaar number is only for the purpose of individual. Next one is the in case enterprise is duly registered as Udyam with a PAN, then any deficiency in information for a previous year when it does not have a PAN shall be filled up on a self declaration basis. तो कोई भी एंटरप्राइज ने उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पोर्टल पे रजिस्ट्रेशन किया है और अगर वो पोर्टल पे एनी भी डेफिशिएंसी है, कोई भी डेफिशिएंसी है और वह डेफिशिएंसी उसके पास पान नहीं था, वह पीरियड की है, तो वह डेफिशिएंसी उसको करेक्ट कर सकता है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेल्फ डिक्लेरेशन बेसिस. नेक्स्ट वन इज द नो एंटरप्राइज शैल हैव अप्लाई फॉर अ मोर देन वन उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन. तो एक एंटरप्राइज को एक ही उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन ग्रांट होगा. हाउएवर वह उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन सर्टिफिकेशन में वो एनी नंबर ऑफ एक्टिविटीज सच एज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विसेज को ऐड कर सकता है. तो एक एंटरप्राइज यानी कि एक पान पे एक ही रजिस्ट्रेशन मिलेगा, हालांकि वह रजिस्ट्रेशन पे एनी नंबर ऑफ एक्टिविटी वेदर इट इज रिलेटिंग टू द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विसेज विल बी एडेड. अगर कोई भी बंदा इंफॉर्मेशन को मिस रिप्रेजेंट करता है या फिर कोई भी बंदा इंफॉर्मेशन को सप्रेस करता है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेल्फ डिक्लेयर फैक्ट, देन ही शैल बी पनिशेबल with a penalty as specified under section 27 of the act. Now this Udyam registration is a new one. So what about the existing enterprise who are registered under EM part 2 or Udyog Aadhaar memorandum? So who are registered under previously MSME process, that is Udyog Aadhaar memorandum or EM part 2, they have to register again on the Udyam registration portal on or after 1st July 2020. So all the person who are registered under the Udyog Aadhaar, they have to register again with fresh, that is on the portal Udyam registration portal on or after 1st July 2020. What about the enterprise who are registered under previously till 30th June 2020? So this enterprise will be reclassified in accordance with this notification. So they have to apply again on the Udyam registration portal. अगर कोई भी बंदे के पास या एंटरप्राइज के पास उद्योग आधार अवेलेबल है और अगर वो अप्लाई नहीं करता है ऑन द उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पोर्टल पे फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ फेस रजिस्ट्रेशन, देन उसका उद्योग आधार अप टू 31 मार्च 2021 तक वैलिड रहेगा. सो द एक्जिस्टिंग एंटरप्राइज रजिस्टर्ड प्रायर टू 30th June shall continue valid up to 31st March 2021. सो आफ्टर 31 मार्च 2021 वो उद्योग आधार मेमोरेंडम वैलिड नहीं रहेगा, उसको उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पे अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा। नेक्स्ट वन इज दी an enterprise registered with any other organization under MSME shall register itself with the उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन। तो जो भी प्रीवियसली MSME रजिस्टर है उसको उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन पोर्टल पे फ्रेश रजिस्ट्रेशन करना कंपलसरी है। How the information will be updated on the period and the transition period for the purpose of classification. So the enterprise having the Udyam registration number shall update their information online on the Udyam registration portal, including the detail of ITR and a GST return for the previous financial year and such additional information on the self declaration pages. So first time जो भी उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर जिसके पास है उसको इनकम टैक्स पोर्टल की इंफॉर्मेशन as well as the GST return की information for your previous year or you have to give on the self declaration basis। अगर ये इंफॉर्मेशन आप प्रोवाइड नहीं करते हो तो आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन का स्टेटस सस्पेंड हो जाएगा। सो यू हैव टू मस्ट गिव दिस इंफॉर्मेशन बेस्ड ऑन द इंफॉर्मेशन फर्निश्ड और गेदर्ड फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट सोर्सेज इंक्लूडिंग इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न एंड GST return, the classification will be updated. So this is the first time you have to give information. So on the next year onward, based on the income tax portal and GST and portal, your classification will be updated automatically. Or as and when your classification is updated, communication will be given to your enterprise automatically regarding the change of a title. What will be the change? Suppose you are a micro enterprise this year, and on the basis of information about GST and income tax return, your status will be changed from a micro to the small enterprise, then communication will be given to you. Next one is the what will be the procedure in case of a upward change, that is from a micro enterprise you will come to the small enterprise, then in terms of a investment in a plant or machinery or a turnover or a both consequent reclassification, an enterprise shall maintain its status till expiry of 1 year from the date of registration. So अगर आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया है 1 जुलाई 2020 को और अगर on the basis of your investment or a turnover criteria you cannot fulfill the criteria of a micro enterprise, however you have registered as micro enterprise classification on a 1st July 2020, then after 1st July 2021 you will be classified as a small enterprise instead of a micro enterprise. So वह माइक्रो एंटरप्राइज का रजिस्ट्रेशन आपका 1 ईयर तक वैलिड रहेगा, उसके बाद रिक्लासिफिकेशन हो जाएगा। So the upward change will be valid after the expiry of a 1 year. Whatever in case of a reverse classification. Reverse classification का मतलब क्या है? कोई भी अगर स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज है उसका माइक्रो एंटरप्राइज में क्लासिफिकेशन हो गया, तो इन केस ऑफ रिवर्स क्लासिफिकेशन कौन से to any changes in a investment in a plant and machinery or a turnover, the enterprise will continue in a present category till the close of a financial year. So it will be given the changes effect from the 1st April of the following financial year. Remember, for the reverse graduation the word is given here the financial year, however for upward change the word is given 1 year. So here clarification is required. Ideally it should be the financial year in a both the point, that is point number 5 as well as the point number 6. Next one is the regarding the facilitation as well as the grievance redressal for a enterprise. This is not much more important this time because as and when registration is started, this will be grievance redressal of an enterprise will be applicable. So this is not much more important, point number 5. So this was the discussion for the notification given or issued by Ministry of a Micro, Small and a Medium Enterprise as on 26 June 2020. So after 1st July 2020 only Udyam registration certificate will be considered as a valid. Udyog Aadhar which you have previously holding is valid till 31st March 2021. if you are not applying for a Udyam registration certificate till 31st March 2021, then your Udyog Aadhar will not be considered for your MSME registration certificate. You must have to apply on the Udyam registration portal for your Udyam registration number. Thank you.